You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Easley, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So I met Nicole about 9 months ago. She normally comes into town when she is here on a traveling assignment, and the lady next door rents out her home to travel nurses. And so over time, we, kind of clicked and we started hanging out. Her children would come over and play with mine, and we just, became really good friends.
All right, guys, buckle in for this one, because what starts as a simple act of kindness turns into a tangled mess of betrayal, neglect, and emotional damage. Two women become close friends, their kids play together, and when one needs help, the other steps in and agrees to watch her children, just for a short time. But days go by, then weeks, and the mother doesn't call, doesn't check in, and doesn't send a dime. Meanwhile, the caregiver is raising these kids like they're her own. And then, out of nowhere, a shocking twist emerges, one that explains everything. The judge sees straight through the excuses. This case isn't just about money. It's about loyalty, abandonment, and who truly showed up when the children needed someone.
I didn't hear from her. She didn't.
Wait a minute. So after a week of you having her children, she didn't call you, she didn't check on them, no FaceTime,
I couldn't get her on the phone. I would call, I would send her a text. The kids would even call. I think that the 10-year-old has a phone. He even tried to call. She just wasn't available.
And their ages are 10 and
7.
10 and 7, okay.
Boy and girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So after the first week, I was like, okay, well, maybe she's just busy. I know nurses, they work 12-hour days. Cool. The second week came around, I didn't get the next payment. The next payment would have been through Venmo. She didn't send me no money. She didn't send the payment. I still couldn't get her on the phone.
The moment she reveals that an entire week passed with no call from the children's mother, the entire courtroom shifts. A mother can be exhausted, overwhelmed, and busy, but she will still check on her kids. The fact that even the children tried calling their mom and got nothing back says everything. This wasn't a scheduling conflict. This was emotional absence. And the caregiver tried to be understanding. She made excuses for her, justified the silence, waited, hoped, but the silence kept growing. And when silence grows, it usually means something else is happening behind the scenes. The judge catches the emotional weight immediately. These kids have been waiting for a mother who wasn't waiting for them.
I said, well, maybe that's a coincidence. He travels a lot,
He travels a lot.
He travels a lot.
She travels a lot.
She's a travel nurse. She should only be at the hospital. She shouldn't be anywhere else. But they both travel
to say
a lot.
where I should be, but okay.
Well, who's to say you should wait your turn?
And so, so I end up, I remember I ended up FaceTiming him, and he didn't, which is unusual because he would call every night, he would check in. The communication is never our issue. So once, the next day, now we're probably 2.5 weeks in, I got him on the phone that Wednesday morning, and I happened to hear her in the background.
Keep going.
When the second week passed and still no payment arrived, the situation shifted from kindness to exploitation. Babysitting is one thing, parenting is another, and parenting 2 additional children means groceries, rides, supervision, emotional labor, and constant attention. That comes with cost. And the mother didn't just fail to pay, she failed to communicate at all. That lack of responsibility isn't accidental. It's dismissive, and the caregiver is left carrying the weight financially, emotionally, and physically. The silence here becomes disrespect. And disrespect, especially when children are involved, has consequences.
And so I said, where you at? He said, I'm getting ready to go into a meeting. And I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, okay. And I left it at that.
Oh, wow. I've never held my teacup this long.
So now we're going on now we're 2.5 weeks in. And so I decided to call her again. She ends up calling probably that after. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've been working and it's just been crazy at work and, I'm sorry about the kids. And so I was like, well, where you say you was at again? And she told me where she was at. And I was just like, well, what happened to the nanny that was supposed to be coming?
The moment she called her fiancé and heard the other woman's voice in the background, everything snapped into focus. That wasn't coincidence. That wasn't miscommunication. That was betrayal layered on top of abandonment. The disappearing calls, the delayed payments, the excuses suddenly make sense. The mother wasn't too busy. She was somewhere else entirely, with someone who should have never been there with her. And the caregiver's calm reaction isn't weakness, it's control. She didn't explode. She observed. And the judge understands that when betrayal enters the picture, behavior becomes very, very intentional.
The third week, nanny didn't show up. I still haven't received payment. And I sent her a text. I was like, look, you need to make an arrangement for your children. I did this out of the kindness of my heart. You know, you got to figure out something. Didn't get a response back. So I ended up getting my fiance back on the phone, and we ended up getting into it. And I said, I asked him the same thing. Where you say you was at again? I said, well, I talked to Nicole. She said you was with her. I played the reverse psychology thing.
Right.
And he said, huh? Uh-huh. And I said, Nicole said you was with her. You on a work trip? Did you invite her? And so for him, he was like, well, no, man, she popped up on me. And
what's powerful here is how she handles the situation with restraint. Most people would have confronted the mother and the fiancé in an explosive argument, but she kept her composure and gathered facts. She listened, watched patterns, and waited for the truth to reveal itself. That's the behavior of someone who understands consequences, not someone acting out of jealousy or spite. And when she finally confronted her fiancé, his story didn't line up. That hesitation, that stumble, told the truth long before his words did. And that's when betrayal turns into clarity.
You have been raising her children all of this time?
All of this time?
No.
Wow. Is there anything else you want me to know? Because Chatterbox over here, she keeps interrupting. So I guess she has a lot she wants to say.
No, just besides, I really just want her to get the kids. You know, that's just not me, but you know, she needs to come get her kids. The damages, they damaged my garage door. They have just been little rugrats and just tearing up the home, markers on the walls, and damaged the cabinets, and the bathroom faucet is hanging off the faucet wall now.
When the judge realizes the children have been living with her for 3 full months, everything changes. 3 months is not babysitting. That is daily parenting, meals, bath time, school routines, emotional support, discipline, everything. The law sees that as custody by behavior, not by paperwork. And when one adult has stepped into the role of parent while the biological mother is absent, the court cannot ignore that. The judge isn't just listening to words, she is tracking actions. And the actions say, one woman showed up every day and the other woman didn't.
Hi. I just want to, first of all, say yes, she is a special agent. And she uses her job on a daily basis. She wants to be in everybody's business. And
I just have one question though. Was your location really where Michael was?
Yes.
Oh,
it was.
So you did run off in the sunset with her man.
There was no pop-up. I don't pop up on people.
Right, you just show up.
No, I was already there.
Mm.
When he came,
so y'all planned this?
No, I didn't plan anything.
So tell me how that came about, that you all just so happened to be in the same place.
The damage to the home isn't just property damage, it's trauma speaking. Children who feel confused, ignored, or displaced often act out physically because they don't have another way to express the anxiety they're carrying. The crying, the chaos, the destruction, those are signs of emotional stress. So not only did the caregiver take on the physical work of raising these kids, she also took on the emotional crisis they were experiencing. And the mother is still debating, defending, explaining, while the children have already shown the impact of her absence.
Why would you be making deposits in their joint account
for keeping the kids?
No. Wouldn't it make sense for you to just give it directly to her?
Well, that was the agreement that I was to send the money through the account, not exchange of any cash.
So did you tell Michael that the money you were depositing were for their kids?
Yes,
for your kids, I'm sorry.
They were both aware of what the money was going for. I'm not just going to be sending money to a guy. That makes sense. But yes, I was sending her money. She volunteered to watch the kids.
She volunteered to watch them for a temporary basis, not weeks.
When the mother claims she made payments through a joint account, the judge shuts it down instantly. Because money placed into a shared account without notifying the recipient is not support. It's avoidance wrapped as generosity. It's a way to say, I paid, without ensuring the payment was received. The judge sees right through that. True parental responsibility means making sure the caregiver has what they need to care for the children. Anything less is just excuse-making disguised as effort.
It stay permanently?
No.
While you and Michael run off in the sunset?
No, my assignment is only 6 weeks.
Okay, but after 6 weeks, you still didn't go back and pick them up?
My assignment got extended, and when we communicated with each other, she said that was fine. It was extended 2 more weeks. I'm not going to leave my kids with someone permanently.
Okay, it sounds like you've done that, and that's the reason that she's here. I mean, we can't necessarily award damages or anything, but you can definitely be placed on child support if your children are going to remain living. She's assuming the parental role of them every single day based on what she said.
Voluntarily.
The mother insists that the caregiver said it was no problem to keep the kids, but context matters. Saying, I don't want to put your children on the street, is not the same as volunteering to raise them indefinitely. The judge recognizes manipulation when she hears it. The mother took kindness and treated it like permission. And once that happens, the harm is no longer accidental. It's a choice. The courtroom silence here is heavy because everyone understands what happened, even if the mother won't admit it.
$50 a week.
$250 a week for a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old?
Yes.
She's blowing that in 2 days on groceries.
Yes, but that's what she wanted. That's what she...
Yeah, you came here to waste my time. You playing baby games. No, we're not going to do this. What we are going to do is put you on child support. Since your children have been living with her the entire time, she's been taking care of them. It doesn't seem like you have any intentions on coming back after your assignment keeps getting extended.
The judge's tone shifts. You came here to waste my time. And that line is the turning point. The court does not respond to sudden declarations of responsibility that only appear once consequences arrive. If the children mattered first, the mother would have returned long before today. Courtrooms reveal priorities. And today, the judge saw exactly where hers were and where they weren't.
$90,000.
Okay. $90,000 you sent her? Nothing. $250 a week. How much is health insurance?
$250 a month.
And you're paying that, correct?
Correct.
All right. So your gross is $7,250. You have 2 children. Do you have any other children outside of these 2?
No, I do not.
All right. So that brings your net to $5,667.87. We take that number by 25%, that brings your monthly child support to $1,417. And I gave you credit to your $250 health insurance.
What was the number?
About right.
Did you need me to repeat it or say it louder?
Please.
Okay, it's $1,417.
When the judge calculates the child support, $1, for 17 per month, it isn't a punishment. It's accountability. If another person is feeding, housing, teaching, and protecting your children, the law requires financial contribution. Parenting isn't just emotional. It's practical. It's daily. It costs time, energy, and money. And the judge is ensuring that the burden stops falling on the only person who didn't walk away.
Per month.
But the kids won't be with her.
Well, they are for now, and they have been for the past 3 months. And your assignment with your assignment with your job got extended. So until you pick them up, that's what the situation will be. If you decide to go pick them up and you keep them, right, don't take them back to her, then it can change. But until then, that's what we're going to do.
I'm glad that, I'm not married to him because I'll be asking for spousal support. I heard she's pregnant.
Oh.
So that number sounds about right.
She hears a lot.
Well, it doesn't sound like you disagree with anything she said. It's right. Is there any other questions?
No questions.
Okay. Do you have anything further?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
RAP plus CTA. By the time the case ends, the truth is painfully clear. One woman stepped up when the children needed stability, and the other didn't show up until the courtroom lights were on. The judge simply recognized the real parent in the room. the one who stayed. And if this moment hit you the way it hit us, drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns that reveal what accountability actually looks like.